iMovie. In the construction process, iMovie was the main media technology used to create my project. Before starting my advanced portfolio, I never had the opportunity to use iMovie and was therefore learning at a very basic level. In order to create my trailer to the best of my ability, I felt it was vital to extend my knowledge to a further level, and therefore began to watch YouTube video tutorials which advised me on how to use more advanced tools, such as editing footage exposure and contrast, as well as detaching and attaching audio in order to create an effective flow to my trailer. For me, one of the most useful tools in iMovie is the video footage editing tool, as it allowed me to enhance the shadow effect I was trying to gain in some of my interview footage. Here's a brief clip of me using the iMovie advanced tool to edit the contrast. In the research process, I additionally made use of iMovie to complete research on my products. I used iMovie as a platform in order to analyse legitimate professional products such as trailers, posters and magazines. I found that iMovie was a successful technology to use in this process, as its advanced editing process such as speed change, zoom features and transitions allowed a clear and precise analysis. Here I will briefly show a clip of my research on the Michael Jackson poster. This was created also on iMovie. In the evaluation process, I used iMovie in order to answer some of the questions. I did this due to reading the examiner's feedback and finding that the best answers were given in an interactive form, with less text, embracing technology available to candidates. Therefore, I felt that my knowledge of iMovie gained in the previous processes would be useful to then apply to my evaluation. Here I'll briefly show a clip created in iMovie of evaluation question 1. Photoshop. Photoshop was the main platform used to edit and create my ancillary products, and was mainly used for construction in my advanced portfolio. My previous knowledge gained from AS meant that I was reasonably experienced when using Photoshop, although having such a large gap between AS and A2 meant that I not only had to refresh my memory, but also advance it in order to meet the required standards for this year's products. I was quite confident in using Photoshop, but still quickly learning. One of the most useful tools I discovered this year was the Paste Special Paste Into tool, as it allowed me to merge images into created titles or pictures and create a more professional look. Here's a screenshot of me using this Paste Special option. Sony NEX5. My Sony NEX5 camera was used for both filming and photography aspects of my coursework. Unlike many other class members, I decided to take a risk in using my own camera, which is primarily and mostly used for photography, but also for filming. I had never really experimented with the filming element of this camera, but decided it was a worthwhile choice, as some of my filming was done abroad on a family holiday, meaning that I would be unable to share a borrowed camera with other class members over the summer. After getting back to school and uploading my filmed footage, I found the quality was surprisingly high compared to what was expected. In relation to the photography aspect of my coursework, I had also used this camera for my AS coursework and am reasonably experienced with digital SLR cameras due to this, as well as previous experience of photography in my leisure time, and therefore used it when taking photos for my poster and magazine. The top 2 photos shown here screen grabs of interviews created while filming, and this bottom poster is a screen grab of the photo used in my magazine. All of these were taken through the Sony NEX5 camera. Dafont is a public website which also allows users to download and access various fonts that have been specially created in order to achieve a certain look, ranging from fonts that are designed to look like an authentic, previously existing font that may be used in films, etc., to fonts that provide existing, authentic-looking logos. For example, I downloaded and used a font from this website named BBC Logos, which I used in my trailer to add a professional style and appearance that is seen in many legitimate trailers, as well as providing an insight into the target audience. This screen grab here is of the font BBC that I downloaded, and here's a quick clip of me downloading the font. Microsoft. Microsoft Word is a very popular and commonly used platform for a variety of creations. In the research process, I use Microsoft as a platform to create a storyboard type analysis of a trailer. Due to being introduced to Microsoft at a young age, I'm extremely confident in using it, and it was therefore an effective platform to use it and enabled me to get the task done quickly and efficiently. Here's a screen grab of one page of my storyboard used to analyse a legitimate trailer. I also briefly used Microsoft Word in the planning process, as it allowed me to quickly create brief notes and planning tables for future filming, photography sessions and editing time slots. It was a very useful product in the organisation process of my work. Here's a screen grab of me writing down binge drinking facts on Microsoft, and my interview questions were also created on Microsoft and then posted to my blog. Google Docs was an interesting and alternative platform to using the traditional and common Microsoft Word. I used it in my research process when creating my audience feedback questionnaire. I found it was also much easier to embed onto my blog and therefore more suitable and efficient to use over Microsoft. SlideRocket. Throughout my coursework, my blog had to contain a creative and stylish research that could be easily accessed and presented. I felt that SlideRocket was far by the best web PowerPoint creator I have ever discovered. It also had the creative advantage over PowerPoint, as well as allowing me to embed it easily on the blog, meaning it was connected with the use of internet blogging and therefore suited my portfolio. I used it in research when analysing who would promote, produce and finance the film. Here are screen grabs of my SlideRocket presentation. PhotoSnack. PhotoSnack is an online slideshow photo presenter which allowed me to upload and embed a slideshow of my photo shoot taken from my magazine and poster. It was used in the planning process when putting my photos onto the blog. I found this site quick and easy to use, as well as having an element of creativity which allowed me to format and style the slideshow of my photos. Here's a screen grab of the photo on my blog. On the blog you can scroll up and down and pick which photos you want to look at closer. YouTube. After my product was finalised and finished, I used the share button to upload my video to my YouTube account in HD format. After uploading my video, I'm able to see who likes and dislikes my product, as well as receive feedback in the comments section. So I used it in the construction process when I had completely finished my trailer. Here I'll show the beginning of my trailer, which has been uploaded on YouTube. I additionally used YouTube as a research mechanism as it allowed me to upload and share clips that I had created on iMovie, which annotated my poster research. It also allowed me to produce annotations on other research such as my analysis on the trailer Faded. This is due to the annotation feature on YouTube, which allowed you to add your own annotations onto an uploaded clip. Here is the clip which I annotated via YouTube through the annotation option.
I'm just a little person, one person in a sea of many little. I first started drinking when I was really young with my parents. I was 13.
Blogger. Blogger is the chosen platform that I recorded my journey of creating my advanced portfolio on. It was the main technology used throughout my whole production and was useful for all the planning, research and construction stages. Blogger not only allowed me to keep track of my progress and recorded the positive and negative choices I made in my production, but also allowed me to fully organise all my planning, research and production into stages, showing a clear chronological order of what I was producing. Due to being able to title and date my blogs, it was easy to search and find elements of planning, research or production, as I could label and place them as and where I wanted. This picture is a screen grab of my account of my blog and some of the production that I have labelled and dated. Blogger additionally allowed us as a media class to have a main hub, which we could go on for advice and information on how to produce and improve our products. Here is a screen grab on the side of my blog of useful links. Miss Caston's blog is the blog that is the main hub, and I could easily access it just by clicking on my blog. Blogger also showed me my personal page views, showing how many people had viewed my blog each day or each month or each week. Here's a screen grab of this option. It also showed me what country they had been from. The green is the countries that have been looking at my blog, and it also gives me page views by browser or by operating system, and here it tells me what countries have been looking at my blog and how often.